Hi everyone, welcome to another Tip Tuesday. For today's Tuesday, the theme is still very relevant with respect to COVID-19, but this question is what to do when everything seems to be on hold. And this is a great question because right now, students are not being able to do their electives abroad, they're not being able to travel, they are not being able to go to their school's rotations, and a lot of things are really compromised for the medical student or medical graduate who's trying to do very active things clinically to, of course, boost their CV, boost their exposure and their networking. So I understand this is a very difficult time for all of you, outside of the fact that already this is a very distressing situation, pandemic for the world to be in. But here are some things that you can do to keep yourself active and keep yourself moving within the medical field. So the very first thing to recognize is that you can still do things within your environment, even with this pandemic going on. If you are comfortable leaving the house, you can definitely volunteer with your local hospitals, local clinics, help out with screening. You can even reach out to governmental officials to see if there's anything that you can help out with on their frontier. A lot of countries are shifting focus and resources to take care of this pandemic right now. So maybe you can find a position to best help your community, obviously depending on where you are in the world and what they have available at this current point in time. But I promise your efforts will not be taken for granted. If you are not comfortable with leaving the house, there are options. And the first one that comes to mind is research. You can literally do a literature review at home and comment on it. You can cold call other physicians to potentially supervise you on an off-site research endeavor. And you can also still work on your original research projects that maybe are on hold because you cannot collect data from patients, obviously. Just work on another aspect of it, like your introduction or your methods, or potentially discussion at this point as an interim. Other things that you can do while you're at home is also just be a good support system to your peers. That means having conversations with them and reaching out. I know it doesn't seem like that's medically involved necessarily, but if you want to do that and you want to be noted for it in terms of your advocacy, email us your interest to volunteer. Further from this, if you have a board exam that you're planning to write, maybe it was rescheduled because of COVID-19, maybe you have it coming up in the next 3 to 4 months, study. Create a safe environment for you that is away from all the news, away from all the chaos, and sit and focus. Do yourself that justice. Do not waste the time. I know it's really hard right now, so take your break right now to adjust to your environments. Maybe start off slow for yourself over the next week. But once you get into that routine and you have a routine during this time, it will be a lot easier. So yeah, with that, I just want to say stay safe, stay clean, keep up with your good habits, and do not hesitate to send us an email to request a volunteer position for awareness and outreach. We will recognize you. And it is very important to us to have volunteers with the foundation. So yeah, send us your name, your school that you were associated with, and your graduating year. This is open to alumni as well as also current medical students. I apologize for the solo tip again for this week. It has been very hectic for us, and we are currently in the process of rearranging tips so that the most relevant for the things that you can do during COVID-19 are available to you at this moment. With that, happy studying and good luck.